It was supposed to be a joke. On the far mining world of Kestrel 9, humans had learned to laugh at the dark. The planet was cold, distant, and only valuable because of the rare metals buried beneath its cracked surface. Life there was long shifts, recycled air, and stars that felt too far away. Jokes were how people survived. During a quiet night cycle in the station common hall, a human engineer named Eli had spoken without thinking. He had been watching a galactic broadcast about ancient warrior cultures, many of them extinct or near extinction. One segment talked about a nocturnal species known across the galaxy as vampires, not monsters but a proud people adapted to darkness, low gravity, and energy-based nourishment. Their population had fallen after centuries of war. Eli had laughed softly and said, "At this point, I would marry a vampire if it meant someone was listening out there." The room had laughed with him. Someone recorded it. Someone else uploaded it to the open relay net, where broadcasts drifted freely through space, like messages in bottles, though one expected an answer. 3 weeks later, the station alarms sounded, not with danger, but with arrival tones. An unknown vessel had entered orbit, silent and massive. It did not match any known trade or military design. The hull absorbed light, rather than reflecting it, like a moving shadow against the stars. Station command tried to hail it. There was no reply. Then, without warning, a single transmission cut through every channel at once. "We have come in answer." The docking bay lights flickered as the vessel connected without guidance, its systems moving with impossible precision. The air grew colder. Every human in the station felt it. A pressure like the night before a storm. The hatch opened. She stepped out alone. She was tall, pale, and wrapped in dark ceremonial armor that seemed grown rather than forged. Her eyes glowed faintly red, not threatening, but intense. Ancient symbols were etched across her armor, glowing softly like embers. Behind her, the interior of the ship was empty. No crew followed. "I am Lady Vera of the Night Clans," she said, her voice calm and steady. "I have come as Warbride." Silence fell over the bay. Eli stood frozen near the back, his heart pounding. He recognized the symbols from the broadcast. They were real. All of it was real. Station command finally spoke. "There must be some mistake." "There is no mistake," Vera replied. A human male issued a bonding challenge into the void. "By our law, such a call is sacred. I have accepted." All eyes turned to Eli. He tried to speak, but his mouth was dry. "I was joking," he finally said. Vera tilted her head slightly. "Humans joke with vows?" she asked. "Strange. Among my people, words spoken to the stars carry weight." The situation should have ended there. It did not. The galaxy noticed. News spread faster than anyone expected. A vampire warbride choosing a human, not for politics or power, but because of a careless joke. Other species reacted with confusion, ridicule, and anger. Some believed it was a trick. Others feared what it meant. Vera explained the truth. Her people were dying. Their clans had been shattered by endless wars imposed by stronger empires. By ancient law, a warbride could bind herself to another species only if that species showed defiance against fear, humor in despair, and the courage to speak into the void without knowing who listened. Humans qualified more than that. Eli had qualified. "I am not here to rule you," Vera said before the station council. "I am here to stand beside him. Where he stands, I stand. Where he falls, I fight." The galaxy did not like that. 2 weeks later, a coalition fleet arrived. They claimed concern, claiming the vampire clans were unstable, dangerous, and better erased than reborn. They demanded Vera be surrendered. The station could not fight them. Eli stood beside Vera on the observation deck, watching enemy ships gather like wolves. His hands shook, but he did not step away. "This is my fault," he said quietly. Vera looked at him, her expression softer than anyone expected from a war. "No," she replied. "This is your courage. You spoke into darkness without fear. That is why we survive." The first enemy shot never came. Instead, human ships arrived, old cargo haulers, retrofitted mining craft, patrol vessels long past their prime. They came from every direction, answering a call that had spread through human space. A message echoed across open channels. "No one takes our people." The coalition commanders laughed at first. Humans were weak, scattered, unremarkable. Then the humans did what they always did. They adapted. Mining lasers were repurposed into weapons. Old ships flew in impossible formations, using gravitational slingshots no one else dared attempt. Humans took hits meant for Vera's vessel without hesitation. Eli watched in disbelief as humanity stood up, not because they were ordered to, but because someone had been chosen. Vera's ship finally moved, not to flee, but to fight. She did not fight alone. Human pilots synced with her systems, learning her technology in minutes. Human engineers rewrote code mid-battle. Human soldiers boarded enemy ships with reckless bravery, shouting jokes through open comms. The coalition broke. They fled, leaving wreckage and silence behind. In the aftermath, Vera knelt before Eli, not in submission, but in respect. "By blood and shadow," she said, "the Night Clans bind with humanity." Eli helped her stand. "I still do not know how to be a husband," he said. Vera's lips curved slightly. Neither do I, she replied. We will learn. The galaxy changed that day. Humans were no longer overlooked. They were the ones who laughed in the dark and meant it. The ones who turned jokes into alliances. The ones who welcomed monsters and found kin. And somewhere among the stars, a message still drifted through space, reminding everyone who heard it that sometimes the smallest words could wake ancient powers. It was supposed to be a joke. It became a promise.